Hey guys, it's Saturday. I'm just out on the deck drinking a beer. I did some weeding and I put a water filter in, sediment filter on in line because I'm on a well, and fiddled with a few other things. And I just thought I'd come out and show how the hydroponics is doing. The floating raft setup is kind of amazing at how quickly that stuff grows. It seemed like it took forever to get going, and then once the roots got established, it was like boom, it's time for plants. And I'll show you what they look like now, and then I will have a picture that I took last Saturday. So I mean, it's basically a week later, and the greenage is probably twice as much, probably 3 times. It's pretty wild, and I think I'll continue to do the raft system. The Dutch buckets, they're yet to really prove to me that they are better than the dirt. But then again, I had my plants in the dirt probably 3 weeks earlier. So, I mean, I don't really consider that a fair comparison. But I'll show you both. And I'll post the pictures as to last week versus this week. And, you know, we'll keep going and we'll compare them. That's all we can do. So here's the raft this week, and I'm not sure how to do it, but I'll see if I can get the picture to go down here somewhere. But that's what they look like this week. They're a little bit wilted right now because of the direct heat, and come tonight, first thing tomorrow morning, it'll be like everything's perked right up. That's basil, Swiss chard. I think that might be arugula. I think these are mustard greens. And that one. And no, sorry, this is a rapini. That's an arugula. That's a butter crunch lettuce. And that one look the same, but I'm not sure what they are. I do have it written down. I just kind of grabbed stuff and planted it in. I grabbed the best looking seed starters, threw them in. And here's the Dutch buckets. Everything's set pretty good. This is a pickling cucumber. This is a hot pepper, and 2 Roma tomatoes. And it looks like the tomatoes have really taken off in the last week. The peppers, not so much. Pretty pathetic. This guy here seems like he's getting some leaves going. There's some down below. I think it's doing all right. So, and that's an asparagus plant. It just goes retarded. This is the 2nd year. I was told to leave it to the 3rd year, and I was also told you could eat it the 2nd year. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to leave it a year. I may transplant this come fall, and then I might not. We're not sure. We'll see. It does well in this planter, so we'll see how it goes. But that is the hydroponics. That's my update. This raft, I'm not sure if I'm going to do Swiss chard and all that fancy and arugula and basil. Next year I might just do a straight up lettuce across it and then do another one with the fancy pants stuff. But my butter crunch lettuce is just like skyrocketed out of nowhere. It's pretty unbelievable. I'm gonna see if I can show you some roots. Like, look at the roots on that. I mean, that's just nuts. You know? So, see if we can get it down without sticking too many roots. But yeah, that's it. I haven't really done too much. I added 20 some gallons of the the fertilizer and water mix, and I think I added a few teaspoons of the nutrients afterwards, because we got a few good rainstorms and the water was just dripping out the edge. So I think I'm going to do that raft again. I may even try doing it over the winter in my garage. In the garage I skin a lot of animals, well, hopefully a lot of animals, and you know, the garage never seems to get below freezing. You know, water for the most part doesn't freeze in my garage. I have enough fires going, so I'm thinking maybe, you know, maybe if I got to put an aquarium heater in plus the bubbler, I can grow some lettuce over the winter with some sort of grow light, some LED lights, or even just some cheap fluorescent lights that I can hover over top and then move when I need them. So that's kind of my hydroponics, bit of self-reliance stuff going on. Hopefully it turns out. Hopefully I can get some fruit. They did get a late start, like I said, 3 weeks or so, 2 weeks behind the stuff in the dirt. So I look forward to seeing if it can rebound. You know, if it produces basically the same, then I know that it did way better. Spider on my hand. But anywho, I'll probably cut a whole bunch of this out, show you the raft, which I'm definitely doing again. I may even add another one just for straight up lettuce. I might do another one just for herbs, and grow herbs and then dry them for the winter and spring, and you know, if we have lots, we don't need to plant them the following year. So anywho, that's the garden. It's the weekend, it's hot, and it's time for a Coors Light. We'll see you later.